Alright guys, what's going on? It's MindBreakMagic, and at the time that you see this video, I know the time lapse from the last one to this one is pretty fucking insane. We obviously got a haircut, we look more human. I got my 5 o'clock shadow back, but we shaved the beard from the last one. Insert the Robin Williams, "What year is it?" meme. But
year is it?
I last recorded the tournament that I entered. Didn't do too hot in that one. Brandon, who you saw in the last video that I uploaded, ended up winning said tournament. He made top 4. They all agreed to split top 4. Then they played the game for fun, and he ended up winning said game for fun. So that's what ended up happening in that game. Shout out Brandon. He's actually like one of the guys that wins a lot of tournaments. It was probably my second worst tournament outing, probably. I don't know, I have to go back on Top Deck and look. But that forwards me to the tournament that we had just this past Saturday. And I'm getting ready to head to the shop, so we're in the vehicles. Oh, there's a lightning shot right there. But we're in the car, we're getting ready to head over to the shop, get some games in, get some practicing in. But that leads me to bring me to the tournament that we just had this past Saturday, where it was my best outing ever. All of us from the shop did relatively good. I pre-gamed just a little bit before the tournament, and I made a joke, so to speak. It wasn't really a joke, sort of, it was, but I have it right here. I posted on my Snap story saying that we're rolling up in the Michael Jordan jersey because we're not gonna see a Game 7, type shit, and I'm not gonna cap. We, well, I'm at a loss of words because I've never done this amazing in a tournament, and it was just so humbling that my friends were just as happy for me as I was for myself. Game 1, I won with Eternal Scourge, Food Chain Line, blinked the whole table with my commander Yukima. Second game, all 4 of us were the top 4 people going into game 2, so we all just agreed to have a gentleman's draw before the game started, but we're like, fuck it, we'll play for fun. And then that game went to a draw, so that was really fucking cool. At this point, I'm sitting at 6 points. 5 for winner, 1 for draw, 0 for L's. I don't know how other tournaments do it, but that's how this one does it. Most of them do it down here in Arkansas. Game 3, we sit down, and I was like very much serious, but also joking in the event that they were like, no, haha. So I was like, offer draw before game starts, and they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, this was a lot easier than I thought, because at this point I'm just playing for draws because I have my way in, that I didn't need to do anything crazy. So this gets me 7th point, but they were like, hey, do you want to play for fun? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'm not just gonna take a draw and then bounce. Like, they wanted to play, like, we can absolutely play. Sit down, and funny, I end up winning the game. Hermit Druid Thassa end up winning off of that, which was pretty insane that happened. Misspoke. Hermit Druid Labman. That's how I won that one. But again, I took a draw, reported the draw. And then the final game before top cut, me and another gentleman, I was respectively sitting at 7, they were respectively sitting at 6. And then we had two individuals who needed the win at the time going into it. I didn't know that. I sat down and I presented draw again. And two of the individuals said no, they really, really needed to go for the win. Understandably so, respectably so. So I made a claim to the table. And this was my only misplay in the tournament because a friend of mine pointed it out, and I'll get to it later in a moment. But we end up starting, and the other gentleman that has 6 points, he tells me like, oh, hey, I'll back you up if you're gonna go for a draw. Because I make a claim to the table like, hey, I am just going to keep interaction, and I'm just fighting for a draw here. I'm not gonna go for the win. I am just going to force a draw any which way possible. So the gentleman that has 6 points eventually gets to a point where he tries to Thassa Tainted Pact, and I stifled the Thassa's Oracle, and he doesn't win. Then goes to the person next to me who's in the next seat. They tap out, they cast Talion. So they casted Talion. That individual tapped out to do Thassa Tainted, and then the other individual in the pod was playing Atali, and they had a heavy misplay early on. Their wording, not mine, so please don't take that out of context as I'm shitting on the guy. I'm not. His words, not mine. He misplayed heavy. So he was kind of just out of the game at that moment as it was. Gets to my turn. I have Finale of Devastation with Decon in hand. And this is where my buddy pointed out that I made a mistake. On the Finale of Devastation, Decon, I offered draw. And at that point, I should have just went ahead and shoved the win because that was the last game of the round. And instead of 8 points, that would have catapulted me to 12 points, which would have given me first seat bye for the final round. I would have had a bye with the first seed, and that would have been pretty kosher. But because I took the draw and had 8 points, I put myself in a stupid-ass situation where I had to win an additional game to get to the finals, which I ended up winning that game. But if I had correctly counted my points and I had correctly shoved for win when I needed to, I wouldn't have been in that situation where I had to fight for that game. And that was just me being too cautious, offering draws left and right. I really should have just taken the win on that one, and that was the mistake that I 100% made. In hindsight it was a mistake. Now obviously overall result, it didn't matter. I went to the final, made top cut. And then me and the guys just all decided to split and go home. Like, we just split the winnings and we called it. But that was really fucking cool that, in essence, I won every game that I played, with the exception of the second one, where that one legitimately did go to a draw after draw was presented. But the other games that I ended up winning, I just won them, but we took draws. So is what it is. I don't regret it. In hindsight, I mean, the results were still the same, but I did get comments saying that I needed to be a little bit more ruthless, not like from an attitude perspective, from the fucking take the win perspective. But it was a phenomenal experience. It was pretty, like I said, fucking based to make top 4, and in essence not losing a game en route to it. I had never done that before. So huge shout out to all the guys. Like I said, I had a lot of people after the tournament give me flowers and you know, showed appreciation at how far I've come as a CEDH player, mainly. So, you know, shout out to Brandon, shout out to Ryan, shout out to Gavin, shout out to Braden, shout out to Gabe. And if I'm missing some names, I do humbly apologize. Oh, shout out to Chris, my dog. If I did miss out any other names, I sincerely apologize. These were just individuals that gave me my props like in the moment. And they really, like, you know, hyped me up. And these are guys that I was also competing against, so there's just so much respect there between all of us that, you know, while I was competing against them, they also, you know, had enough respect for me to give me my flowers during competition. So it was very, very humbling. I greatly appreciate it, and I am looking forward to the next tournament. I don't know if I'm actually... I can't remember if it's a Tundra or a Taiga that's coming up this Saturday. I'm going to get a poll from the group if they go. If they go, I'll end up playing. If not, we're just going to have casuals at my house, because that's typically what us nerds do. I just host Magic on Saturdays at the crib, in the garage, and we just... I mean... No rules. I mean, I literally do not care what you play. So if anyone wants that smoke, pull up to Arkansas. I'll give you the address. No, I'm playing. I don't want any of y'all showing up to my house just yet. But all jokes aside, it was a phenomenal experience, and we're getting closer and closer to Atlanta. I got some cool things in the works with Atlanta. We have a lot coming for Atlanta, and I can't wait to vlog that. So... I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Like I said, I lost the footage to the previous one, and I'm very pissed off at that because I was like really like editing my ass off on that video. I don't really know how the fuck I'm gonna edit like a one-on-one vlog. I don't even know if there's any editing that's gonna go in it, or am I just gonna upload it like this? But we'll figure it out, and we'll see where we go from there. But until next time, guys, it's MindBreakMagic, and I'm out of here.